Welcome to day 116 of our school year. 64 school days left. Let's go ahead and get down our beginning fraction. Okay, we have a total of 180 days. And we are in day 116. Okay, let's think if that numerator is prime or composite. Well, it's an even number, and the only even number that's prime is the number 2. So it has to be composite. And that's because we already have more than 2 factors. We have 1, the number itself, and 2. So we already have more than 2 factors, so it is composite. And that means we have to do our prime factorization for both our denominator and our numerator. And just as a reminder, our prime factors we mainly use are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. There are more, but those are the ones we use the most. Okay, half of 180 is 90. Half of 90 is 45. I can divide into groups of 3. I get 10 groups of 3 out of 45, and then 5 more groups of 3. Then I get 5. Okay, over here, half of the 100 is 50, and then half of 16 is 8. Okay, I can do half again because it's even. Half of 5 I can't do, but half of 4 tenths I can, which is 2 tenths, and then half of 18 is 9. 29 is prime, so we're done. So let's go ahead and do our prime factorization. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. 2 times 2 times 29. And it looks like we have 2 groups of 2 in common. 2 times 2 is 4. That leaves 29 in our numerator. 3 times 3 is 9 times 5, which is 45 in the denominator. Let's go ahead and make our groups of 4. Your groups of 4 do not have to look like mine, but you do want to keep your shaded separated from your unshaded. And you want to make sure there's 4 in each group. So I'm going to use the fact that 4s are perfect squares to help me make my groups. A perfect square is the most area you can get for the amount of perimeter given. All right. The way I made my groups, I have 5 in each row, so I can count by 5s to find my total groups of 4. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 total groups. Okay, and then our shaded area, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, now that we've done our division with our model, let's go ahead and use our algorithm. We're dividing into groups of 4. And we're using our area model. And it's called that because we know that there are 180 square units inside this rectangle. This side is 4, and we need to find the missing side. And that is why our long division is actually set up the way it is. Okay, and inside here we have 116 square units, and this side is 4 units, and we need to find our missing side. So 25 or 4 quarters makes 100 cents or $1. Numbers the same, zeros a game. More on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Bring the 80 up here. 25 times 4 is 80. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Add those together, and this side of the rectangle is 45 units. Okay, over here, again, 4 quarters makes 100 cents. More on top, no need to stop. More on top, no need to stop. Bring the 16 up here. And then 4 times 4 is 16. Numbers the same, zeros the game. Add these partial quotients together. Get 29, so this side of the rectangle is 29 units. Let's go ahead and check our answer. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Since our remainder is 0 for both, and the identity property of addition says when you add 0, it stays the same, we don't need to take time to add the 0. 4 groups of 5 is 20. 4 groups of 4 tens is 16 tens, plus 2 more is 18 tens. 4 groups of 9 is 36. 4 groups of 2 tens is 8 tens, 9, 10, 11 tens. 116, that matches our dividend, so it checks. 180, that matches our dividend, so it checks. So our numerator is definitely 29, and our denominator is definitely 45. All right, let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. Okay, we are still in trimester 2, week 12. Today is 2/27/2020. And our fraction for today is 29/45. We did groups of 4, so let's go ahead and get out our number line. The last one we have is 28/45. So today is 29/45. We do have an equivalent fraction in the 2's. 2 is a common factor, but 4 is our greatest common factor. All right, let's go ahead and put our number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.